In the hollowed-out ruins of what was once their town, a makeshift memorial of faded photographs and wilting flowers stood as a silent testament to the vanished. Chloe traced the edge of a smiling picture of Liam, her brother, her voice a raw whisper against the wind. "I'll bring you back," she vowed, a promise that felt more like a prayer. Beside her, Ben flinched, the weight of his guilt a physical presence. He was the one who had read the incantation, the one who had opened the door to whatever horror had consumed their world. He stared at the names etched into a wooden plank, his own survival a bitter curse. "We can't, Chloe," he rasped, his gaze fixed on the ground.
"If we try anything, what if it happens again?
What if we lose everything else?" The seasons turned, but time stood still for them.
Months bled into one another,
marked only by Chloe's deepening obsession. She surrounded herself with crumbling occult texts and fringe scientific theories. Her nights spent deciphering forgotten symbols and charting arcane energy patterns. Her search for a solution became a frantic, all-consuming quest. Ben, meanwhile, retreated into himself, unable to face the past, but equally unable to move on. He channeled his grief and technical genius into a single purpose, building a device to scan for the unnatural, interdimensional energy that had ripped their lives apart. One night, amidst the static and false readings, a signal appeared, faint, but impossibly stable. It pulsed from the distant mountains, from the very source of their nightmare. It was Liam's energy signature, but transformed, altered.
He wasn't dead.
He had become something else. The realization settled over them with chilling certainty. Their only hope, their only answer, lay back in the original cave. Returning to the cave felt like descending into a tomb. The air was thick with memory and a low, humming pressure that vibrated in their bones. With trembling hands, Ben activated his device. It whirred to life, its antennae glowing as it focused a beam of energy onto the rock wall where the breach had first torn open. The air shimmered, then warped, coalescing into a stable, shimmering portal that rippled like liquid starlight. Armed with what little they had, their hearts pounding in a synchronized rhythm of fear and hope, they stepped through. They braced for a hellscape of monsters and chaos, for a battle to reclaim what they had lost. Instead, they emerged into a vast, silent cathedral of the impossible. Before them stretched a dimension of immense, floating crystals that pulsed with a soft, internal light, their iridescent facets reflecting a sky filled with swirling, multicolored nebulas. There, in the heart of the celestial silence, a figure of pure, transcendent light hovered. It was him, Liam. No longer the brother they knew, but a being of condensed energy, his form both familiar and divine. He didn't speak, but his thoughts flooded their minds, not with words, but with a profound sense of peace and unwavering purpose. He showed them the truth. His sacrifice had not been in vain. He had contained the cataclysmic breach, merging with it to become its eternal, silent guardian. He was the lock and the key, the sentinel at the edge of reality. He granted them a final silent farewell, a wave of love and acceptance that washed over them like a tide. As the portal behind them began to gently close, shrinking to a pinprick of light, they were left standing in the quiet, familiar darkness of the cave, finally understanding the true price of their survival.